one's a very niche transformation, I think. Bakasura could be big if he gets to the transformation, but I'm looking at the Cthulhu, and he sends pretty much above and beyond as the consistent. I'm going to become that guy, turn for that into team fights as a general rule of thumb. If you're chasing people down, Baka and Nemesis start to come into the equation.
It's niche, but I want to see that double Aphrodite now. We'll see. It's a battle for first in the Chaos Division, and it starts here in game number 1 with J-Mac in Mifflin.
It is an undefeated Oni Warriors and a Jade Dragons on the rise to see who may be able to take that first seed spot after a win today.
Stacking up even more movement speed. So keep your eyes on him. Panitom certainly the playmaker here for the Warriors.
Lasbra and now Panitom join the left side. It's going to be a 3v3 at the shield buff. Heals from Mike. Blink by Panitom to the back. No ultimates available as it's only level 3s. Fast dash from the Dragons will get them out of danger. Lasbra, though, does miss out on being healed up by Mike. Turn and burn maybe onto Panitom if this stuns, and it does. Slice and dice and an auto after Lasbra strikes first blood. Netroid not going to continue the fight after. Instead, dashes away. But now might be in danger. Another heart bomb is there. Netroid goes down. It's 2 for the Dragons.
Yeah, the Oni Warriors, I think, just had a bit of a struggle on disengage there. Panitom and Jake body block each other.
By the way, Pagon down on the ultimate for a couple of minutes. Let's see when that next opportunity does open up for the Oni Warriors in a potential mid fight. And maybe not only mid, it'll be on the left side. Vote has already used his beads, and Panitom will show up for the party. Will blink right past. A couple of autos on the Vote, and ultimate drop through. Could mean a commit to Mike. The minions walk in. A couple more autos needed, but not a full commit from the Oni Warriors. They'll take their one and back away.
Yeah, Panitom wanted his minions desperately to walk into the tower and pull aggro so he could close a little bit more gap on a Mike. Couldn't do so. I saw him briefly consider walking in himself, but Jake was connected to Netroid and had just used the kiss previously to stun, so had to wait a bit longer. Mike, though, sticks around.
And Mike will go down. This one to Netroid. Credit for the kill, but with Panitom sticking by, invades the purple buff and gets the kill that he was aiming for just prior. The Oni Warriors have now unsure if Vote knows if they're standing by. Based on the way he's moving, he feels like something's ready to go, and unfortunately he's walked right in, but dashes into a wall, gets caught out, and Panitom will jump down in. The 3-man rotation of the Warriors pays off as they find their pick.
And Panitom's already starting to look pretty tanky. Let's rotate, let's play, let's make it happen, and let's make it happen now as a team.
Vote doesn't have the beads, doesn't have an ultimate. He's got some backup from the team. Argus, it's not enough though. Panitom and SOT, who jumps down off the horse, stuns out Mike. But Nika's causing a lot of damage in the middle of everybody, pumping out that AoE shot. And now the Jade Dragons might try and find an opportunity to fight back in. Lasbra's full HP and Mike is topping off the rest of the team, but the Oni Fury close. But it goes to the Oni Warriors. They back themselves away. They've left Jake, who might go down if not for the ultimate. Triple dash out of Nika and an ult from Lasbra to start funneling their way through. Panitom farming up the buff while Netroid goes down. Sot may be the next one to fall as Dardes picks up the double. Make it a triple for the mid laner of the Jade Dragons. Jake low. Lasbra will snag away the 4th kill. It's an objective for the Warriors, but 4 kills for the Dragons.
Man, the Warriors just too stacked up on that Gold Fury. Stick around a little bit. For so many resources defensively that the Jade Dragons are able to catch back up. And now a fight that erupts around the gold might lead to something more significant. Fire Giant, it's already down to half.
Panitom's got Blink and Runic Bomb. Could get in for the fight. Instead, he's trying to box up against Nika. But SOT is here to try and steal it away. The Dragons do get fire, and they'll find the pick onto SOT as well. And in one fell swoop, Mifflin, the Jade Dragons have not only contest, SOT and Panitom stepped up. It might have to be the same, but there's 5 of the Oni Warriors this time in. Nika with a fast dash out, but SOT, he stepped on the gas pedal, has gone in. It's on to Dardes this time. He's been doing so much in these fights. He's already been forced away. Pagon in the Cthulhu, but look at the damage that Lasbra's caused the backline. He's been left alone. It's SOT to take him down.
Netroid on the retreat, doesn't have dash anymore. We'll need a bit of peel here. Pagon left in the back line as well. D-transform, and Aegis only buys him a second.
No, the stun, it's Netroid too, and that's a beads pop by the ADC. Fast dash gets Netroid out. The Oni Warriors live for a moment, finds the root on Nika. That gives him some distance, but the contagion procs plus the Mire after. Nika finds a double kill in the fight.
Man, Lasbra sacrifices his life, but a 4-man slow, I think, which in of itself very valuable.
SOT committed to this fight. Nika to the back line, and now Pagon transforms. By the time he gets up, he's already at a quarter health, and he is gone. One Eldritch Horror off the map, and now maybe an awesome Jake as well. The Aphrodite's so low, one more swing would do it, but he's out. Panitom is not. It's a double kill for Dardes. 5 in a row for the Hera, Undying, the mid laner for the Dragons. And with 5 still standing tall, the Jade Dragons can push right in. Netroid transform, push back into the fountain. The Jade Dragons alive and healthy. Awesome Jake without an ultimate might not have enough time as the Dragons keep up their push. A triple stun from the Heart Bomb. Jade Dragons, unless a miracle comes through, unless enough damage from Netroid is there, the Dragons will take game number 1.
Warriors just could not find their kills at all. The damage output just was not there.
Been devastating to the team on the other
Always
side.
does a lot of damage.
He does a lot of damage even when he's not over there. I think that the Dragons, they've got something good going for him here.
The Jade Dragons, are they on the verge of 2-0ing the undefeated Oni Warriors, or are we going to 3? We'll find out with J-Mac, Miff, and Doug.
That's right. We jump into game 2 between the Warriors and the Dragons. The Warriors 1 game away from maybe losing that undefeated start that they
for
had
enemies
kicked
to
off.
lock down where anybody's standing during these longer objective dances.
Nika under fire. SOT dash forward. A pull back in by Panitom. At near max range is enough to get the job done. Lasbra finds the double taunt to pull Panitom in. One more hit on the Susano, and that will do it. Lasbra turns it around and makes it a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, I wonder, if Panitom doesn't hit Lasbra, that's a lot of power. I mean, he's going to hit much harder, especially on low HP targets, and Defender of Olympus definitely dunks low HP targets pretty consistently. So we'll slow down the build a bit, and we'll slow down Lasbra on map, sacrificing a bit of movement speed.
Mike pulled back. Scarab's Blessing keeps him alive for only a moment's notice. He dashes into a wall and then punished by the rest of the Oni Warriors. The 3-man surrounding of the Capri is just too much for Mike. Vote rolls in, and that's enough for the Oni Warriors to back away. Jake dashes in. He's used both of his dashes to try and catch Mike, and it's left Netroid by himself. A couple of snipes from Vote on to do it. One snipe's all that it takes. He's still got 2 more just to fire out for good measure. On top of awesome Jake, the Dragons have found a crucial pick to stop this Fury.
Man, Netroid just got clotheslined there. Just
Throw
tries
the
to
umbrella
walk
out maybe to get the steal there. SOT stops the Dragons for a moment. Maybe now a punish onto awesome Jake. Pulled back in, but he is tanky. Not tanky enough. His PBM credited to the kill this time through. Dardes will back away. The Dragons lose Pyro, but they get 1 in return.
I think the Dragons need to make an attempt.
They take their window of opportunity. Primal Fury started up. Sada's here, a pluck by PBM. And the Primal Fury is good, but now PBM will be the one caught out. Has Scarab's Blessing, but may just delay the inevitable inside the middle of 4. Finds the double root. A turn away after Sot. Able to take him down and tries to get another one with him. Typhoon. Not enough to take out Nika, but Lasbra left by himself. Nika distracting 2. It's a double for Net. A Fury for the Dragons, but 3 for the Warriors.
The Jade Dragons have a little bit more fight back as Vote sinks some autos into SOT. The Jade Dragons just weren't willing to let Mike die. Let him die. Whereas on the other side, the Jade Dragons have got the ability to keep the waves out, but it's not the same level of AoE DPS that a standard mage has.
Mike pulled back by Panitom, bursted by Pagon, gets the revive off just in time to go down once more. The Oni Warriors collapse in on the support of the Dragons. And now with 2 members of the Dragons not standing by, the Warriors can walk right into this Phoenix and take it no problem. Maybe even grab a pick alongside. It's a double for Sada as Dardes drops down. 2 gone from the Dragons. The Dragons haven't come back to base yet. Nika's down. It's just Vote and Lasbra's not even here to help defend until just now. Finds a taunt. A big taunt to get this one going. The crit coming through from Vote helps take down 1. In the sky is Vote to snipe back, and the Oni Warriors forced out of the throne room.
Man, it's the unpredictability of the Oni Warriors. I think the Dragons are right. Most teams would not go for the siege there. Jake, a bit of trouble. Vote, no access to the ultimate. Shouldn't be able to chase out too much. It's Netroid in no man's land.
Rooted, beads, dash in now by Laz, and a taunt back. Netroid's got some good crits to fight back, but Vote wasn't there to follow up. It's a double stun. Vote takes down Netroid, but it takes him a lot longer than they had hoped to. Aegis now used, and Panitom will sweep in for the kill. An extra one for Sot, and now it's just Mike and Dardes left. Nika just respawning.
I mean, it's a direct inversion. With those enhanced minion waves. Moving around the Fury from the Dragons. Gets him nothing. Maybe cost him Dardes.
Dardes pulled back. Typhoon up, no ult.
Wow.
And Dardes gone. Rampage now for SOT with his 5 in a row. 5-0-3 on the Vamana. Tier 2 tower under threat. Not much the Dragons can do to stop this one.
Fire Giant.
Fire Giant.
This is what the screen's going to look like. You need to generate threat to make something happen.
Warriors are doing just that. A lot of damage through. Fire Giant nearly taken down. The Oni Warriors get the fire and a huge Typhoon by panitom to start the fight out. He's going to be out of this one. Lasbra will go in for some extra safety towards his teammate. Dardes trying to fire some shots back through, getting a lot, but SOT is untouched in the backline and hasn't taken a bit of damage up against the Dragons. He will force everybody back. A slow one to Mike will allow SOT to keep up the chase. And the Oni Warriors, panitom specifically, starts that fight off.
Good Lord.
Massive as SOT just runs it down against the Dragons.
Yeah, that hasten, getting a whole lot of value there. Just WM1 for SOT. Has put himself in a pretty poor position, though. Should fall down eventually. Unless he takes Dardes with him? No way.
Oh, close. But it does open up a Phoenix on the left and, or I should say in the middle and right of the map. So Pagon able to take down one Phoenix. The rest of the team of the Warriors grabs another. 20 seconds until Vote is back. Lasbra rooted.
Yikes!
Twice and the damage from Pagon. The follow-up from the Oni Warriors. But a few low health bars. Jake and panitom have got to be careful because Nika and Dardes are still alive. Stunned by Nika, but no follow-up from Dardes yet. The Titan down to half HP. Nika down to none. Pagon gets one. Dardes straight out. But the Dragons lose out, and it's the Oni Warriors taking it to game 3.
It's just the speed of these engagements, isn't it? Just, okay, we have an opportunity. Jump on Lasbra.
So it'll be SOT back on the Vamana over in the Soul Lane, as we figured it would be, but always good to get that extra confirmation. Remember, this one big. If the Oni Warriors win it, they are 2 games clear of the Jade Dragons over in the Chaos Division. If the Dragons win, they're in first place in the Chaos Division. A needed win here for the Jade Dragons to slow things down on the Oni Warriors side of the SPL. And we'll find out what happens at the end of this set with J-Mac, Mifflin, and Doug.
Big implications on this game early on in the phase for both of these teams. As mentioned, Oni Warriors, they win. They're undefeated. They've got a pretty nice lead in the Chaos Division. Jade Dragons win. Look at flip the tides just a little bit and get themselves kick-started as we move in towards the second half of the phase starting up next week.
Could be the first real team fight, or it could be Nika. As I said earlier, a rotation from him could really start things up, whereas SOT needs a little bit more itemization. Pagon could just be here.
Fast flicker out from Pagon, but he's surrounded by 3. Nika's joined the party. Duncan by panitom, but he's missed nearly everything. Does have the spin and one tap of the hammer to make it a 1-for-1 trade, but Lasbra comes out with the first blood at the end.
That's tough, man. Pagon just caught out of position.
Vote will be fine. Level 8
better
compared.
than fine.
Riptide goes through. Ultimate hits awesome Jake. Lasbra gonna try and get this one to silence. Slows things down. A little more damage onto Jake. Somebody's got to get it. Didn't want to have to use the Typhoon. Wouldn't have needed to. Vote has the fadeaway auto to take him out.
Hold on. The rest of the Oni Warriors are en route. Yeah, the Jade Dragons now really do have to play a bit more defensively. Any bit of CC that heads Lasbra's way could result in a death. Nika in first, finds Pagon, but that damage is low.
Oni Warriors take down the Fury. Jake, all by himself, gets caught out against the Jade Dragons, but now SOT up against Dardes, trying to find a path back out. Will have Colossal Fury to go up and chase anybody else out.
Jade Dragons play a reactionary style as opposed to looking for the initiation themselves. And the Oni Warriors benefit greatly. Sure, Jake dies, but I don't think that a single Oni Warrior cares.
Oh, what? Just
that's double tap.
Double tap plus double ice combo from Pagon. Dardes is out for 30 seconds. Tier 1 that the Dragons just got has been returned in
tier
kind.
2 as well?
And maybe a couple of kills. PBM trying to juke as fast as he can. The wall is there, but not the hammer. Instead, it's Lasbra with a massive Typhoon comboed with Vote. Pagon and panitom removed in an instant.
Yeah, we needed Lasbra on the Jade Dragons to get involved in a big way. And that's Lasbra, though. He's got his beads back up. And Blink as well. If you can catch anyone isolated, could be big. Naturoid the target, but what have you done, Lasbra? Have you done too much?
Well, 3 around him.
He's
3
done
hit
too
by
much.
the Typhoon, and a little too much attempting there by Lasbra, but unsuccessful. Does get both relics away from Netroid, so small silver lining there, but That might be the only one that he has for the Jade Dragons, because the entirety of the Oni Warriors have now reset themselves to Fire Giant, and there's no contest back from the Dragons.
That is a classic jungle woe. You see this great initiation. Do the exact same thing, this time though, without his own beads. Or blink. Panitom up to the air, playing scout. Sees 3 in mid, 2 in right. Goes in mid.
What? Is he gonna full combo Lasbra?
Dave,
No
that's how you do the
beads.
combo, by the way.
No beads available. 100-0 there for Panitom. Pagon almost taken out. Mike trying to chase him out. The slow autos. Mike has the chance to kill Pagon. He's gonna need some back from Netroid, and there's a lot of crits.
He does not.
Not enough. With Netroid showing up, Mike falls, the Phoenix in tow. Lasbra before that. And the Oni Warriors can now march over to mid.
The Jade Dragons are there in time, and that's a big if now. 2 backs starting to be channeled, but is the bird going to be dead before they get there?
Nearly taken out. One more by Netroid. You can't body block those auto attacks. PBM goes into the middle of 4, but he's not by himself. Now he is. Lasbra is out of the fight. PBM short to follow. Dunked in by Panitom. Gets the beads.
Wow.
But the Rivers Rebuke cuts off the only escape path that the Jade Dragons had in the Oni Warriors. It took them a while in game 2, but it won't take them long in game number 3. It is just Mike left alive. They've got to fight against 4 of the Oni Warriors, and it will not be enough. Triple kill for Netroid, a couple for Panitom, and the set and undefeated streak continues.